So in this mini masterclass, I'm gonna teach you how to go from this to this in just a few simple steps. I created a hair tutorial on Procreate a few years ago, and I decided to actually do it again and actually make it like a little mini masterclass for you guys. So without any further ado, let's just jump right into the video. So the first step here is to have your shape ready. Either it's a hairstyle on some portrait painting, or you just want to practice drawing or painting realistic hair. I will be giving a link to this exact same PNG so that you can use this to practice how to paint realistic hair on Procreate. Now, once you have the shape, what you want to do, you want to pick a dark color. So if I'm painting brown hair, I would pick the darkest color from the palette, and I would be adding that color as base for this hair shape. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. I am adding this color all over, and then once I have added this color all over the shape, I will clear out the edges and just make sure it's nice and clean. Now once it's nice and clean, we're gonna start adding the second part of the shadows. Now the reason why we added the dark color as base is so that we don't have to add darker shadows later on in the process. So that's why we added it as a base. So for the second base of shadows, I am picking a color which is slightly lighter than the base color, and I picked up the brush I just showed you guys, and that's the brush where we're going to be using to create hair strands. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're creating thicker hair strands for this part of the shadow. So to do that, you just increase the size of the brush and you're just good to go, and you're gonna have thicker sized shadows but in the shape of hair strands, and that's exactly what we want. Now because I found this color to be a little too dark, I went ahead and lightened up this color a little bit. I enabled alpha lock on the layer where I had this part of the shadow, and I picked up airbrush, soft airbrush, and I went over all the hair strands that I added. This just changed the color of the second part of the shadow, and that's it. Now once I was happy with that, now it's the step where you're gonna add the final part of the hair strands. Now in this step, we're gonna be adding thinner but lighter hair strands all over the shape. They should be thinner and lighter. That's why I only had 3 colors in my palette. If you want, you can take a screenshot of the palette and use the same exact palette. But that's what I did. Now once that was done, I created another layer and I made sure it's at the bottom of every other layer that I have. Why? Because we're here gonna be adding the baby hair, or the hair we always find around the edges of a hairstyle, all right? Just to add a little bit of frizz to this hair chunk, like this, just so that it can look realistic. Not just at the bottom of those curls, but also around the edges of the whole hair shape. Now once we have everything in place, because first part of this painting was to place everything, now is the part where we blend. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the second part of the shadow, which is the light part of the shadow. We're gonna pick up blending brush and make sure you pick up soft brush from airbrushing brush set to blend the starting points and the end points of each and every hair strand you've added, because right now they look really harsh and they're not really looking realistic at all. So you just want to make sure you're blending out the starting points and the end points of each and every little hair strand you've created. Make sure that the opacity of your blending brush is low, and you don't want to smudge it all out. That's why you should be keeping the opacity of your brush really low. Now what I did is I increased the size of the brush and I went over all the hair strands that I created really lightly, because I don't want to smudge it all out. I don't want to get rid of these hair strands, but I at the same time want to make sure they're not looking harsh. So what you want to do, you increase the size of the brush, you go all over the hair strands you've created. This is just going to create this soft look for the hair strands you've added in this color. Now we're going to do the same thing for the lighter and thinner hair strands, and I'm using the same brush to blend these out, and Obviously, you're going to be doing the same thing, but instead of just blending out the starting points and the end points, which you should be doing, I also went ahead all over the hair strands that I created with larger sized brush, really lightly. This time around, just right away, like that, all right? So just follow the same process, blending the starting and end points, which I actually didn't do this time around because the starting points and end points were not that harsh. I just went over the whole thing and blended it really lightly. Once you're happy, you're gonna pick your soft brush from airbrushing brush set and the darkest color from the palette. Here we're gonna create more shadows. So for that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna alpha lock the layer where you added the lightest, thinner hair strands. Once you alpha lock it, you wanna pick this dark color and start painting over wherever you wanna add shadow, just like this. And I'm gonna be doing the same thing for the layer where we added the second part of the shadows, where we created those darker hair strands. I'm gonna enable alpha lock, and then I'm also just gonna go over with this darker color. This is just gonna create shadows very effortlessly, and what we're actually doing is we're just painting over the hair strands we added without adding too much color. That's why I enabled alpha lock. Now, once you're happy with that, you're gonna go back to the layer where you created baby hair. And here we're gonna start blending those baby hairs because right now they're looking too harsh, right? Like this. They don't look good right now. So I decided to blend these out. But while I was blending it out, I realized that there was this harsh break between the whole hair chunk and the baby hair. So what I did, I picked up the darkest color from the palette and I started adding it just so that the baby hair can blend in with the whole hair chunk like this. But that's it. In this step, you just have to blend out, not completely, just go over this baby hairs really lightly, making sure the opacity of the blending brush is really low. And this way you'll just blend the harshness out. Now comes the part where we're gonna highlight this hair chunk. So that we're gonna do in 3 steps. So the first step is to create another layer. Pick up this brush from Luminance brush set called Light Pen, and the second color from the palette, which is not too light and not too dark. This is the color we're gonna use because this pen is already illuminating. We don't need a light color, as you guys can see. So now we're gonna use this pen to create very thin hair strands, but they are the lightest ones of them all. And we're just gonna fill the whole hair chunk with this. Now, once you're happy with what you've created, again, pick up your blending tool and go over these hair strands, making sure you're not completely washing them out, but at the same time, you're just making sure that you're blending out the harshness like that. Now for the second part of the highlight, create another layer. Now we're gonna pick light brush from Luminance brush set and the same color that we used previously. And here we're gonna add base for the main highlights. So what I did, I increased the size of the brush and I started creating these little hair strand kind of structures, but not a complete hair strand, right? As you guys can see, I've only added it on the mid parts wherever I want to add the main highlights. That's exactly what you want to do. Once you're happy with that, what I did, I went ahead and decreased the opacity for this because they were looking really harsh. So I decreased the opacity of this layer. I also changed the layer mode to color dodge just so that it can actually mix well with the rest of our painting. Now for the final highlights, create a new layer, change the layer mode to color dodge again, and decrease the opacity. I kept mine at 59%, right? Now we're using the same brush, but this time around, we're decreasing the size of the brush so that we can add these little dots like this, just where you think the light will be hitting this hair chunk the most, right? Where the light is gonna get reflected the most. I hope that is making sense. I don't even know how to explain that, but you get the gist, right? Like add these little tiny dots to create this shine for this hair chunk. Once you're happy with that, again, pick up your blending brush, soft brush from airbrushing brush set, and blend it in a way like you're creating another hair strand. It should blend in with the hair strands like that, and you're done. That's how you actually paint realistic hair on Procreate. Now I have tons of videos on this already, but I just wanted to create an updated version of how I would paint realistic hair if I were to paint it now in 2026, because it's been a while since I actually created this video. I know you enjoyed this video. Give this a try. Go ahead and download the PNG and give this a try. Follow this process step by step, and you will definitely get the same results. I have my own brushes for Procreate. If you want to check those out, I will be linking all this down in a pinned comment. So go ahead and check those out if you want to. But also let me know if this video was beginner friendly enough, if it was understandable enough. Other than that, I will see you guys in my next video.